This is the process shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a seasonal pattern, and I've seen Falling for Christmas, a new romantic comedy from director Janeen Damian. I'd have added holiday in that genre list, but it's in the title. Anyways, it follows Sierra, a wealthy heiress who is relatively unsatisfied with her new job as her father's ski resort's vice atmosphere manager. Feeling that it's just a made up position meant to keep her busy. That doesn't really matter though, because eventually her snooty influencer boyfriend steals her away for a photo shoot atop a mountain, even going so far as to propose to her, for the clicks. However, heavy winds that may or may not be Christmas magic soon send them falling down through the forests below. Hitting her head and falling unconscious, Sierra is found by Jake, the owner of a smaller, financially struggling ski lodge. At a local hospital, she's found to be suffering from amnesia, and Jake takes her in until her memories come back. But perhaps it's the new memories that she makes with Jake's and others in the area that help Sierra discover what is really missing from her life. Well, maybe not that exactly, but it's still something cheesy and sentimental like that. I mean, it's a Christmas rom-com, so you can't really mess up too hard when you have the formula of the genre and the aesthetics of Christmas. Half of the story in this sort of movie is just reminding the audience that the holidays are coming and everybody in your town should be shutting things down to celebrate. Everything else is pretty much the standard rom-com trappings that define the genre. There's nothing new in the plot structure to challenge your expectations, because doing that might be too unexpected and scary. So it's all about the story itself, or more specifically, what makes the story stand out from the myriad of other Christmas rom-coms that also exist. In the case of this movie, I think it's more about the cast, specifically lead actress Lindsay Lohan, for whom this movie would be her first in a long time, unless I missed something while I wasn't looking. I can't say much towards any sort of skill she's putting out here, though it's mostly because this is a genre that's so easy to pull off that even basic acting talent feels at home. For her part, though, she does better than you might expect for someone who's been out of the game for a while. It's probably helped out by some of the less impressive writing on display, which tends to waver between cliched caricature or pure sentiment. To put it all more simply, there's nothing going on here that you can't already guess from seeing the poster, as empty as it is of any actual story or anything. The movie is made for people who start off the Christmas season the moment that Halloween candy gets put on discount, and they refuse to ask for anything more. Moving on, the production details in Falling for Christmas are also nothing out of the ordinary, especially if you've heard me complain about these sorts of rom-coms before. I'm fairly certain that they filmed some scenes in an actual luxury hotel, but only because it was probably a tax write-off to stay there while shooting. Most, if not every other scene is most likely on a set piece, but cinematography is pretty good at making it seem a bit bigger than it really is. Though there are a few places where you can clearly see the seams, the most obvious being in shots of characters skiing against a blue screen or a green screen or whatever. There's a subtle amount of color design at play, though it may be incidental since it mostly falls back on the stale but upscale hotel versus the warmer and well-decorated lodging. The rest of the film's construction is generally practical, and made more for moving the story forward and pushing characters through fancy escapist settings to get to each inevitable plot point and come to a foregone conclusion. Again, it's nothing you won't see coming, but the biggest difference between movies of this caliber is how much fun the people making it have with everything going on. Honestly, in this case, I'd say that sense of fun does come through the film in the end, regardless of all of the other cliches and staples and whatnot. Falling for Christmas, Janeen Damian, 2022. 2 stars. I think I would recommend watching this movie, but maybe leave it in the background of whatever else you're doing. It feels like a TV movie, anyways. Pause it every 20 minutes and play some commercials on your own. That's it for this review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have something to add, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. I think this might be my first explicitly Christmas movie that I've seen and reviewed. That's kind of sad. I feel like I should have at least seen a few other classics by now.